Genesis chapter 5, the descendants of Adam. This is the account of Adam's descendants. When God created Adam, he made him in the likeness of God, male and female, he created them. He blessed them and called them man on the day they were created. Adam was 130 years old when he became father of a son born in his own likeness, in his own image, and he named him Seth. After the birth of Seth, Adam lived for 800 years and had other sons and daughters. Altogether, Adam lived 930 years, then he died. When Seth was 105 years old, he became the father of Enosh. After the birth of Enosh, Seth lived 807 years, and he had other sons and daughters. Altogether, Seth lived 912 years, then he died. When Enosh was 90 years old, he became the father of Kenan. After the birth of Kenan, Enosh lived 815 years, and he had other sons and daughters. Altogether, Enosh lived 905 years, then he died. When Kenan was 70 years old, he became the father of Mahalalel. After the birth of Mahalalel, Kenan lived 840 years, and he had other sons and daughters. Altogether, Kenan lived 910 years, then he died. When Mahalalel was 65, he became the father of Jared. After that, Mahalalel lived 830 years and had other sons and daughters. All the days of Mahalalel were 895 years, then he died. When Jared was 162, he became the father of Enoch. After the birth of Enoch, Jared lived 800 years and he had other sons and daughters. Altogether, Jared lived 962 years, then he died. When Enoch was 65 years old, he became the father of Methuselah. After the birth of Methuselah, Enoch walked with God 300 years, and he had other sons and daughters. In all, Enoch lived 365 years. After Enoch had walked with God, he disappeared because God took him up. When Methuselah was 187 years old, he became the father of Lamech. After the birth of Lamech, Methuselah lived 782 years, and he had other sons and daughters. In all, Methuselah lived 969 years, then he died. Lamech was 182 years old when he became the father of a son and named him Noah, for he said, "He will console us in the hard toil and labor of our hands, caused by the ground that was cursed by the Lord." After the birth of Noah, Lamech lived 595 years, and he had other sons and daughters. In all, Lamech lived 777 years, then he died. When Noah was 500 years old, he became the father of Shem, Ham, and Japheth. Genesis chapter 6, Origin of the Nephilim. When people began to increase on the earth and daughters were born to them, the sons of God saw that they were very beautiful, so they married as many as they chose. The Lord then said, "My spirit will not remain in man forever, for he is indeed flesh. His span of life will be 120 years. At that time there were Nephilim on the earth, and afterwards as well, when the sons of God went into the daughters of men and had children by them. These were the heroes of old, men of renown." The flood. When the Lord saw that human wickedness had increased on the earth, and that the thoughts of his heart shaped nothing but evil the whole day, the Lord regretted having created man on the earth, and his heart grieved. He said, "I will destroy man whom I created and blot him out from the face of the earth, as well as the beasts, creeping things, and birds, for I am sorry that I made them." But Noah found favor with God. This is the story of Noah. Noah was a just man, blameless among the people of his time. a man who walked with God. Noah became the father of 3 sons, Shem, Ham, and Japheth. The earth became corrupt in God's sight and was full of violence. God saw that the earth was corrupt, for corrupt indeed was the way of all mortals. The Lord said to Noah, I have decided to destroy all people, for the earth is filled with violence because of them. This is why I will destroy them, and with them the earth. As for you, build an ark of cypress wood. You will make rooms in the ark and coat it with pitch inside and outside. This is the way you will make it. The length of the ark, 300 cubits, the width, 50 cubits, the height, 30 cubits. You will put a roof on the ark and finish it within a cubit from the top. Put a door on the side, in the side of the ark, and have lower, middle, and upper decks. I am about to bring flood waters on the earth to destroy the earth, to destroy all life under the heavens. Every creature that has the breath of life, everything on earth will perish, but I will establish my covenant with you. You shall come into the ark, you, your wife, your sons, and your sons' wives with you. You shall bring into the ark 2 of every kind of living thing, male and female, to keep them alive with you. Of the birds, the animals, and all creeping things on the ground according to their kind, 2 of every sort shall come in to be kept alive with you. Take with you every sort of food that is eaten. Make a store of it, and it will be food for you and them. And Noah did everything as God had commanded him. Psalm chapter 2. Psalm chapter 3. Surrounded by enemies. O Lord, how many are my foes? How numerous are they who rise against me? How many are they who say of me, there is no help for him in God? But you are my shield, O Lord, my glory, the one who holds my head high. Elijah cried to the Lord, and from his holy hill he answers me. When I lie down to sleep, I know I will wake up again, for the Lord is my support. If thousands should stand against me, I have no fear. I have no fear of tens of thousands who stand against me all around. Arise, O Lord, deliver me, O my God. You strike all the enemies on the jaw. You break the teeth of the wicked. Salvation comes from the Lord. May your blessing be upon your people. Matthew chapter 3. John the Baptist prepares the way. About that time, John the Baptist arrived in the desert of Judea, proclaiming his message, change your ways, the kingdom of heaven is near. It was about him that the prophet Isaiah had spoken when he said, I hear a voice shouting in the desert, prepare a way for the Lord, make his paths straight. John's clothes were made of camel's hair. He wore a leather belt around his waist, and his food was locust and wild honey. People came to him from Jerusalem, from all Judea, and from the whole Jordan Valley, and they were baptized by him in the Jordan as they confessed their sins. When he saw several Pharisees and Sadducees coming for baptism, he said to them, brood of vipers, who told you that you could escape the punishment that is to come? Let your behavior show that you have been converted, and do not say to yourselves, we have Abraham as our father. I tell you that God can raise children for Abraham from these stones. The axe is already laid to the roots of the trees. Any tree that does not produce good fruit will be cut down and thrown into the fire. I baptize you in water as a sign of your conversion, but the one who is coming after me is more powerful than I. Indeed, I am not worthy to carry his sandals. He will baptize you with the Holy Spirit and fire. He has the winnowing fan in his hand, and he will clear out his threshing floor. He will gather his wheat into the barn, but the chaff he will burn in everlasting fire. The baptism of Jesus. At that time Jesus arrived from Galilee and came to John at the Jordan to be baptized by him. But John tried to prevent him and said, I need to be baptized by you, and yet you come to me." But Jesus answered him, "Let it be like that for now. We must do justice to God's plan." Then John agreed. As soon as he was baptized, Jesus came up from the water. Then the heavens were opened, and he saw the Spirit of God come down like a dove and rest upon him. At the same time, a voice from heaven said, "This is my Son, the Beloved, with whom I am well pleased."